Hey, what's up everyone? How's it going? I hope you're all doing great. So, as you might already know, Natlan's 5-star characters have been revealed. In the first phase, we're getting Mulani, and in the second phase, we have Kinich alongside Raiden Shogun. In this video, we're going to discuss these 5-star characters, how they work, and what they bring to the table. We'll also talk about the value of the older characters currently being rerun, and how they fit into the game right now. By the end of this video, we'll figure out which character will be the best overall for you to prioritize. Before we dive in, I just want to say that if there's a character you've been waiting for, or if one of these is your favorite, go ahead and pull for them because at the end of the day, having fun in the game is what matters most. However, my recommendations are mostly based on the endgame content, like Spiral Abyss or the Imaginarium Theater. Let's start with Mulani. Mulani is a Hydro Catalyst user who deals Hydro damage. Her normal attacks hit 3 times, dealing Hydro damage, but her maximum damage comes from her ultimate and skill. When you activate her skill, Mulani enters a state called Night Soul, where she gains 60 Night Soul points. After that, you can use her shark-themed attacks to deal damage to enemies. This shark bite damage can be used every 1.8 seconds, and depending on the number of enemies you've tagged, you'll get a damage bonus. However, if you're facing multiple enemies, the damage might get divided, but against a single target, it can be quite potent. Moving on to Kinich, who is a Claymore user dealing Dendro damage. Kinich's normal attacks hit 3 times and deal physical damage, and he can also perform mid-air attacks using a grappling hook. His skill utilizes this hook, dealing massive damage. When you use Kinich's elemental skill to tag a nearby opponent, you enter the Night Soul Blessing state with 0 starting points. This effect lasts for 10 seconds, generating 2 Night Soul points every second, with a maximum limit of 20 points and a cooldown of 18 seconds. After tagging enemies with the hook, you can deal heavy cannon damage once you reach the Night Soul point limit, which is Dendro damage. What's interesting about Kinich is that after using his elemental skill in dealing cannon damage, you can switch opponents, and even during the switch, you'll gain 4 Night Soul points. You'll just need to make sure your grappling connection isn't too far from the enemy, or it will break. His ultimate summons a dragon that deals Dendro damage. After summoning the dragon, Kinich's skill duration increases by 1.7 seconds, and the dragon itself lasts for 15 seconds with a 70 energy cost. However, the exact interval of the dragon's damage isn't clear yet. We'll have to wait to see it in action. As for his passive abilities, Kinich is quite strong with burning and burgeon reactions, allowing you to quickly refill Night Soul points and deal cannon damage more frequently. However, these reactions aren't the most reliable right now, as burgeon causes self-damage, and burning isn't particularly powerful. But if these effects ever get buffed in the future, Kinich could shine even more. Still, like Mulani, his damage seems to be more single-target focused, though his ultimate does have some AoE potential. Now, let's move on to Kazuha, who is a sword user dealing Anemo damage and playing a support role. Kazuha helps the team in 2 main ways, providing a damage bonus buff based on his elemental mastery and offering crowd control. Lastly, let's talk about Raiden Shogun, the Electro Archon. First off, Raiden Shogun isn't purely a DPS character. She plays both support and DPS roles, with her skill supporting the team by coordinating attacks and improving burst damage for teammates.